How are we doing, folks? Good morning. Today's the day. It's MCQ day. My body is ready to O2 drop. Regardless of the record, I would just like my outcomes to not be decided by Magic Arena today. So here's hoping for no client crashes and disconnects that can't reconnect and all sorts of other technical issues that this application has had for a while now. So we're going to be playing this 4-color Evan deck. Just posted a picture in my channel. I've got 2 main deck Noxious Grasp. This format is pretty bad and inbred, so expecting a lot of opposing Okos today. So let's play some Magic and see how it goes. At least this event won't have any downtime in between, so we've got that going for me. Let's do it. Pretty sure that's a mulligan. Yep, this hand's fine. I'll bottom an Oko. Fetch black on 1, go Breeding Pool, Paradise Druid on 2. They also went to 6. Stomping Ground. Missing the 3rd land drop's a great start to the day. Welcome to Magic. Scale of 1 to dead. Where's this Paradise Druid at after I missed a land? They're really alive. That's exciting.
So it's a game you're interested in.
I'm just gonna make more food here. I want to spend a bunch of resources killing Oko. That's fine. Especially since we drew a second copy. Wonderful to see Collision Colossus come down here. I guess they could have a shock to finish him. Well, we've got Devils. Really want to get the Cauldron Familiar down so I can chump block with it, but I also just want to use all my mana this turn. They have a dragon here, we could be in trouble. Yeah, that sucks. Really hoping to draw a land here. Ideally an untapped one. Okay. So I think we just Oko, the Hellkite, play a Familiar out. We start getting aggressive here. They're at 13. I can chump block. When this comes back, it's dealing 3, possibly 4. They have Questing Beast. I'm potentially in a little bit of trouble. Second Hellkite is scary. So they have to ship everything into Oko to kill him. So he's dead regardless because I attacked. I think we just let him die. Untapped land here would let us drop this, which would be absurd. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so we get to do this. Which says, hey, sack the cat. And then these deal... I guess I could have killed this Hellkite, theoretically. Maybe I'm supposed to kill the Hellkite there, although the Hellkite grows the Pel Collector. So, do I die to Embercleave next turn? So I bring this back and double shoot this. I go to 13. I go chump block here, block here. I die to Collision Colossus plus Embercleave, but I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring this back. Which lets me kill the Harpooner. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack with these. Then I go block here, even if they Embercleave here. That's 7, and then this eats here. If they Embercleave here, it's 10 total minus 6 is 4. Yeah, let's just put them to 6 here. So we're dead to Collision Colossus plus Embercleave, but if they have exactly that combination of cards, I'm okay being dead here. Good start. Alright, look at that. Our main deck Noxious Grasps are coming in handy. Definitely match up for those. Wicked Wolf's great here. I think Vraska's probably a little bit medium. Is that my trim? Oko's great. The Cat Engine is great. Wicked Wolf is good. Yeah, she kills like Pel Collector and stuff, but also like want to drag the curve down a little bit, I think. Probably trim 1 Korvold as well. He's powerful as we saw there in that first game, but like he's also just kind of expensive. I expect it's going to take a lot of our opponents a good amount of time to sideboard today. Our deck that we're playing is not a particularly on-meta deck. So, even if people have board plans, they probably are not well prepared for what we're doing. So we'll be on the draw this game. See, it needs a blue or a red source, but it's really good with either of those. So we're going to go ahead and keep. We got a lot of those to draw too. Paradise Druid, Geese, Once Upon a Time, etc. I'm going to lead on Witch's Oven here because some of these red decks have been playing the deal 3 that exiles post board. So I don't want to like play my cat and get it exiled while I have an oven in my hand. And I think with the second Mayhem Devil drawn, I'm actually going to fetch a mountain with that. So, I'm making a 4/4. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, it's bigger than Oko stuff. So we'll go block here. Before damage, we'll sack it to the oven. Take 3 total, drop to 14. This will drop us to 12. We're going to wait to bring this back till we have the Mayhem Devil in play. That's actually a great draw. It gets us blue, and it... So if I sack this, sack the cat, bring the cat back again, I can deal 3 total to this Pelt Collector. I'm doing this now so I don't get blown out by a Collision Colossus. This does expose the cat to a exile effect, but I think it's right. Next turn we can go Mayhem Devil, crack the Fabled Passage, kill the Harpooner. The Domri's Ambush. I'm gonna go to 6 here. So, in trouble to a few different things here. Need to dodge Land, Embercleave, Collision Colossus. Another Haste Creature's kind of bad for us. Do I want to bring this back now? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I really don't. Well, shoot. Oops. They have Hexproof. So I took an extra damage because of Trample there. I'm actually exactly dead because I took an extra point of damage. So I can play this, not fight, and then sack this, make a food, and then make the wolf indestructible, and then I die because I take 1 from trample. Right? Yep. Pretty big mistake. Do I want these? Is this better than Korvold? Probably not. He, like, does so much. He draws so many cards. He's just a big boy. More important I could find him with Once Upon a Time. Yeah. They had a pretty good start in the play. One of the things that's, like, really bad about this format is how play-drawn skewed it is. The person on the play is a pretty significant advantage in most of these games. In other words, I think there was one point during the Mythic Championship last weekend where I was like counting and like the person on the play had won like double-digit games in a row. It was just like, oh, yeah. Keeping track of who was winning and who was on the play. Even without my mistake, we probably lose that game. Like any haste or damage off the top, we're still in a pretty medium spot, but I could have potentially had them break and had draws on my side if I Had recognized that they had hexproof. Yep. Welcome to Standard. Welcome to Standard. They do have a bunch of main deck Kroll Harpooners, so like, if they have turn 2 Harpooner, they can eat my Goose. But it's going to get Oko down on turn 2 before that happens, so God bless. And we'll see what our Once Upon a Time picks up for us here. There's a pause here, so they have a Once Upon a Time as well. Yeah, I think I'm in for a cat. Honk honk. Do they have a Pelt Collector or a Shock is the question. Like 1 drop or not's a big deal. When you get that pause while they have nothing in play and it's the first turn, it means they have a Once Upon a Time. For people not familiar with the arena pauses. Alright, well. I took the cat off that first one because obviously there were 3 cats in, so I was pretty unlikely to find another one, so drawing a second cat here feels a little bit bad.
Surely you must be famished.
Do you have a Kroll? They don't. That's great for us. I think I just do this. Do I? I could like once and then play a cat potentially. Make this a 3/3. They have Domri's. All of my lines kind of suck against Domri's Ambush, but I think I'd rather a token eat a Domri's Ambush than Mayhem Devil. Let's do this. Let's see what we get. Huh. I guess I could swap these. That line's actually pretty good against Domri's Ambush. Maybe I was supposed to... No, I couldn't play this and swap. Huh. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Because that's reasonable.
What a bizarre expectation.
Sure. So I can do this. I can play this. I can crack this. Deal 1. I can't sack anything else this turn, so let's just deal 1 upstairs. And I can grab a swamp here. And then I can go familiar, make the familiar a 3/3.
Let's broaden your existence.
We're looking for like an oven or a Korvold or a Wicked Wolf. Wolf would be pretty good. Them not impacting the board this turn is huge. I guess they could theoretically play a 2-drop, but any 2-drop they play is not going to be very significant. I suppose they could like have land Bone Crusher Giant my Oko, which is like the incentive to get Oko to 3, but like Oko's dead to Domri's Ambush either way, and like getting another 3/3 into play is pretty good. I'm supposed to leave all my Korvolds in this matchup just because they're big giant monsters. I could see that. Cutting Korvold and Vraska might be cutting too many ways to sacrifice things. Yeah, looks like we're getting ambushed here.
Wallow in your deceit.
It's also possible I should have just been more aggressive here and like smash them for 3 last turn. Pretty happy with this trade. I'll block with the cat in case we draw another Oko so we can bring it back. Another land's not a good draw. Gonna need some action off the top. Welcome to Magic. Yep. Noxious Grasp. Land Cleave, Land Dragon, both real bad for us. Am I supposed to double block here? I feel like I'm not. I'm going to take one more hit. Just spells are bad for us at this point. I mean, that's actually not terrible because of the familiar and the bin. So that lets me trade a 3/3 plus a Mayhem Devil trigger for the Questing Beast, which is really nice. Pretty dead to Ember Cleave. So of course they have it. I hate this game. Oh, Magic sucks. Oh, they're putting it there. Huh. Okay. Well, if that's your choice, so... I think I'm going to sack this and deal a damage here and here. So I take 7, and then these trade. Can I draw an Oko or a Korvold? How about another land? How's another land feel? Another land feels great, chat. I guess it's marginally better than a land. I think I just try and kill them here. So this is pay 4, gain 3, deal 2. So if they're on blanks or no haste creatures, we could maybe kill them here. The gain 3 life makes things more complicated. Am I just dead to second Questing Beast? So if I put 3 toughness here, I'm taking 5, 9. I'm exactly dead. If I put 3 toughness here, take 5 plus 9. Right? I do that. I make a food. I gain 3. I go to 9. I kill this. I hit them. I take 5, 9. Because I can't block this. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. At least there's no downtime between O2ing matches, so that's great. This is fine. This once upon a time could be a goose or a goose or a cat or something to do before goose or Paradise Druid or cat. Give us something to do before the third turn. We're on the draw, so we get what, 7 shots at some cheaper spells. We are notably on the draw. So probably dead this game because that's how this format works. Put it mulligans. Yeah, that's a good start. There we go. Alright. Tough choices. I think it's just Goose. It's just Goose. Let's see if they have Maverick to pair with their Goose. Just turn 3 Nissa. That's all? Just turn 3 Nissa? What color do I want to get with this land? Probably a swamp, so I can play the Mayhem Devil without using a goose. It's like they're probably playing the Croaky's Sultai Splash, Black Splash.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Welcome to Standard. What's our best draw next turn? A cat, I think. Probably a cat. I think I want a Mayhem Devil before I Fae-Cursed. And I think since I don't have a fourth land lined up, I'm just passing here rather than playing the Witch's Oven. There could be merit to playing the Witch's Oven and killing the Paradise Druid, but like, they have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana next turn anyways, 8, possibly 9 with another forest out of their hand, so like, I'm not really sure that like, killing just Paradise Druid accomplishes a whole lot. I'd rather guaranteed get this down. Yeah, so they're attacking here first, which means they're about to Hydrate Crisis me, I assume. They're about to Crisis or play some kind of X spell. Because if they weren't playing an X spell, they would have made another 3/3 and attacked pre-combat. So they're going to float mana with the other Breeding Pool most likely, and then untap it with the Nissa. Six, yep, 7, 8, and then Nissa will be 9, 10. So it's going to be an 8/8 Hydrate Crisis. They'll draw 4 cards. This is like reasonable and okay. This is their 4th turn in Standard.
The land fights for us.
They just have like a fight Hydra here. They haven't made blue yet. Nope. They just messed it up. They tapped wrong. Can I draw a cat? I don't even know if cat's good. I kind of want an untapped land. Untapped land would be pretty okay. Noxious Grasp. I'm at 12. I need a 4th land. That's the problem. Like, they were on the play, and we're stumbling here now. Because if I had a mana, I could Vraska, shoot this, Noxious Grasp this, and then the Mayhem Devil triggers kill the Paradise Druid. And then like they're like decently far behind because I've killed most of their mana at that point. I think I'm just supposed to do this. I don't know. That all sucks. I think I'm going to hope to draw an untapped land here when I sack something so I can kill this Breeding Pool. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, but give it the college try here. The fact that I lost the Goose means I can't double spell next turn still, which is a pretty big deal. Because I kind of need to like Vraska and Noxious Grasp in the same turn. Although I guess depending on what they do here, I might be able to I probably just want to hit their face. Are you about to get Wicked Wolfed?
The land shall conquer you.
Sure. So I'm gonna go to 4. Oh, they just didn't attack. Huh. Well, that works out well. I think we were dead if they were more aggressive here, but they were pretty conservative, and it feels like we're going to be okay now. So I get to shock in this land here, and Vraska this Krasis, and then Korvold can kill Nissa, because this is summoning sick. Yeah. I feel like if my opponent was like trying to ult their Nissa here.
I must seek comfort in the land.
And like, I get to bring this back as a blocker next turn too. So even if they have a Questing Beast here, we're not dead, right? Questing Beast would be 10, 12, and I go to 13. I'm actually potentially threatening to kill them in the air next turn. Depending on what they have here. Another Goose would actually be good for them because it gives them 2 blockers. Okay. I think I'm just supposed to go to 1 here. I don't think there's any cards in their deck that deal 1 damage to me. And they can't, even if they make a food, I can gain 1 somehow. Because I think if I sack this, sack this, sack this, sack this, and then Noxious Grasp this, I'm going to kill them on the backswing next turn, right? So, yeah, go to 1. Yeah, Vraska's dead. Oh, right. He gets bigger when he just attacks, too. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I think if my opponent would have attacked with their 8/8 Hydra Races that game, we probably would have been in a lot of trouble. But they didn't, so we weren't. So, thanks. I think they misassessed their role there in the game. So I want Noxious Grasps. I don't know. So against this Sultai variation, I feel like I want these Veils of Summer. I feel like Once Upon a Time is probably my trim because I'm bringing in a bunch of cards that it doesn't hit. Wicked Wolf's pretty medium in this matchup. Let's give this a try. I don't know exactly how much of this I want on the draw, especially like on the play. This is probably better. But I'm expecting them to have like Noxious Grasp post board. And some of these decks have Murderous Rider in the main even. I'm gonna do 2/2 for now. On the play, I'll probably bring in more Veil. Hand's really good if any of these make green, but unfortunately they do not. Yeah, I mean, Once Upon a Time and a Prayer. Welcome to Standard. Enjoy your stay. Okay, yep. Sure. Yep. Welcome to Standard. Enjoy your stay. Oh, this format is really bad. Oh, Standard. Oko me daddy, I've got a Noxious Grasp. No, Oko, that's Loco. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. They didn't have a second accelerant either. That's pretty good for us. So I'm just gonna make a food here. Forgot to make a food. Thumbs up for the good guys. We'll sack our cat to the oven at the end of turn, but we'll wait to bring it back most likely because we could draw Mayhem Devil. Depends on what they do. Like if they put like a Vraska into play, we'll obviously bring the cat back so we can attack the Vraska down. But probably waiting for Mayhem Devil. Well, they're playing a 4-drop here, and they didn't have a turn 2, so I assume they have a Vraska. You might see like Vraska eat the oven, so like they're trading Vraska for my oven at that point. But they're just Wicked Wolfing, sure. I assume I'm losing my Gilded Goose here. Just go ahead and kill this while they're foodless. That is unfortunately like our only resource at this point, but don't Nissa me, bro. I guess they can't Nissa me. This doesn't currently have a food because they forgot to make a food on turn 2. So that seems good. Cook the cat. Come back to my turn. Oh, you know what? This is kind of a mistake.
Before I make you disappear.
This is a huge mistake, actually. They get a chance to Noxious Grasp this before I can use it. Should have brought the cat back first. So, made a mistake, wasn't punished. Good to point out the mistakes, even when they don't cost you. So definitely should have brought the cat back in that instance on my turn and then played the Vraska that way. Because when your Planeswalker resolves, you gain priority right away, so you can activate it before they can kill it. So they could have potentially killed this before I had a chance to use her, which would have not been ideal.
Power surges through these lands. Rise, my elemental friend.
They are at 13 here because they've shocked a few times and like the cat's triggered a couple times. So like if we find our way to like a Mayhem Devil here, we're in a pretty decent spot in potential like in terms of like potentially burning them out. Wow, they had the Noxious Grasp and just like didn't kill her in response last turn because they wanted to make a food. I guess they don't have a land and they needed the food to play the Nissa. Makes sense. That is not that's not what I wanted for Christmas, chat. I suppose that makes my Korvolds or what's it called a little bit better. Mayhem Devil's a little bit better potentially. But super far behind at the moment. It's a cat, an oven, and a prayer. Yep.
Open your heart to the
It's funny to note, like, how good killing the Gilded Goose would have been. But, like, obviously I can't know that that's going to be good. Can't know that they don't have a fifth land for the Nissa.
I invite you to change your ways.
So they'll attack for 6 here. I'll
Just true power.
bring the cat back, block 1, sack it to the other oven. Down to 11. Oko makes any of the creatures I could draw that are normally good. Much worse here, obviously. Mayhem Devil and Korvold still fine draws, but like much less good than they were pre-Oko. How about another land? Yeah. This is how Magic goes, you know, like we talk about on stream a lot. Magic's an incredibly high variance game people are talking about. And a number of people ask me, like, how do you prepare for things like this? And what's your rigorous testing? And, like, I don't really do that rigorous of testing because even when you spend a lot of time and energy, like, practicing for an event like this, like, at the end of the day, your performance in events like this is largely outside your control. You can play well, but even if you play well and, like, play a good deck, you're still going to lose a significant number of games just through no fault of your own. It's just how the game works. That is a bug, not a feature. Feature, not a bug? I don't even know what I mean there at that point. It could be a bug. Resource variance, one of the worst things about Magic, for sure. Right behind Mulliganing and Oko. Am I trading off 3/3s here? I think I am. 2, 4, 6, 8. 9, 10. Who's got 2 thumbs and concedes to a Hydrate Crisis? This guy right here. Thanks for the subs and stuff today, folks. I don't have, we're on a delay and I don't have chat up, but I know there's been a few. Welcome back. And they have Veil of Summer in hand, or they're trying to draw one because they didn't pay 1 extra to get another card draw out of that. All right, so they have Grasps. The Once Upon a Time saved me in my opening hand that game, but I think I'm gonna put all of these in. Yeah, I'm gonna cowards and leave 1 in. I don't know. It's pretty marginal either way. Thanks for the new Prime sub, Richard 1. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. All right, round the plate. That's really good in this format. Hopefully we can, you know, hit a land drop and play some Magic. If we can capitalize on the fact that they threw game 1 away by misassessing their role. Yeah, this hand's great. Definitely going to keep. Am I bottoming here? It's just Swamp. It's probably just Swamp. This can fetch an island, so we have all of our colors nailed down. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to fetch island on 1, huh? And then shock in both of these, so I don't have an untapped land on 3. Yeah, that's probably the case. Alright, so they have Veil of Summer. We know that from their arena auto-yield patterns here.
I'll shear the wool from your eyes and spin you clarity.
And the cornerstone of green and standard. 1 mana Cryptic Command. It's the reason why these cards aren't good enough to keep this opponent's deck in check. Their hate card costs half as much mana as ours, and it's a 2-for-1 instead of a 1-for-1. Which is just very, very silly. My Paradise Druid's Legion has been ended. Deal. In this deck, you generally want to wait to crack these Fabled Passages for as long as possible. Because you could draw Mayhem Devils or Korvolds and crack them. Crack them post Mayhem Devil or post Korvold. Opponent's got a really slow start, but like our hand just doesn't have anything going on. And like their deck has incredible go over the top power in both Nissa and Crisis, so. Good news is they have a Vraska here. Vraska kills this, but then this kills Vraska, so we got that going for us. And we only have, you know, 4 cards left. So, my hand's got so little going on at this point that I'm actually going to play Gilded Goose, and I'm going to Oko the food that Gilded Goose creates. And this food, I did this post-combat because this food can't attack, because it's still technically summoning sick. So So I can't attack even if I do this pre-combat. And then if we keep just drawing blanks here, our plan's going to be like activate Gilded Goose, Oko the food Gilded Goose makes every turn from here on out. It's not a great plan, but it's what we've got. Please play Nissa. Rats. Or if they have a Wicked Wolf here? Man, if they tried to Wicked Wolf one of these, that would be an insane blowout for us. They'd like Wicked Wolf sack their food in response to the food be Noxious Grasp. And like they know about these Noxious Grasp, so that's very clearly not going to happen. What? Deal. Oh, they're just eating the bird? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So I think my plan here is Oko. I was gonna say I could switcheroo these, but it doesn't even really matter, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna Oko, make this a 3/3, and then Noxious Grasp it. So this removes its ability to become indestructible, so we can then kill it and attack.
I invite you to change your ways.
Because elks don't have powers. The problem here is they just have a bunch of cards in their hand, one of which is a Veil of Summer, so like, they're going to play some kind of Planeswalker like a Nissa or something next turn, and they're still going to have mana up with this. They're just going to have a real bad time overall. Yeah, that one counts. Although,
That's my kind of music. You cannot run or
so this is actually a mistake on their part. If they don't have, well, they already played a land, right? So like, I get to Oko, switch these, and then Noxious Grasp this, and like they have 2/2s, which seems like pretty reasonable for me overall. So I'm pretty sure they have Veil of Summer, but I also think that, like, I get to kill this. They could Veil in response, but then it doesn't draw a card, and I just Noxious Grasp this in response. That ends up fine for us. Our oven's pretty exceptionally bad at this point, which kind of sucks. I mean, like, if the rest of their hand is, like, kind of medium, or it's just, like, more Veils, like, it could be okay. But if they have, like, another bomb, we're going to be in trouble. So, I haven't cast a blue or black spell this turn. So, if they Veil in response here, they're going to get to save their Goose, but their Garruk still dies now.
remember.
Oh, I guess this means they draw a card, right? Okay, so they do get to draw a card and keep their Goose, but their Garruk still dies. Alright, that's fair. I need to kill Garruk in response there. I don't think I can risk them having another Veil in their hand and like the Garruk sticking around, because I just can't beat the Garruk. So I think I just give them a random card instead of gambling on them having like a Negate or a second Veil. There's a very, very strong chance they have 4 Veils in post board here. It's worth noting that, like, in a position like this, I would rather be drawing Once Upon a Time than Veil of Summers. Which is a switch that I ended up making, so things to think about. I would love to draw Vraska. Mayhem Devil would also be okay. Korvold would be great. Fetch an island, activate my Goose here. Mayhem Devil's not bad.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So I think we just smash with these. Since and actually my sequencing here is wrong, right? I should have not shown them that I have a Mayhem Devil. There's no reason to do that. They might have blocked with Hydroid Crisis if I don't show them that. Alright, so obviously I want to sacrifice something. I don't think it's right to go for the throat here because they have Gilded Geese and they can like have a food in play already and they can sack food and stuff like that. So I think I'm just sacking this to finish this off. How good are your leftovers, opponent? That's the question on my mind. They have 5, 6, 7 mana, even with that tapped land. Unless they have a questing beast, Oko should get to live to see another day, which is nice. Yep. Sure. Cat would be a really good draw at this point if we get to untap with this Mayhem Devil. Korvold's also a good draw. I assume this is going to 1. Really, just no attacks. Okay. I think I just pass here. One, 2, 3. If they sack this food, we actually kill them in response. Right, I don't have them dead. Oh, wait, they are dead in response here, right? Oh, they could have Veil of Summer. Does that make another food to sack? Right, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to crack this and see if they have a Veil. Because we'll see if they have a chance to respond here or not. They have a Veil of Summer. Oh, they don't guarantee to have a Veil of Summer because they have Wicked Wolf. Did I just go for it? I feel like I just try and punk them out here. If they don't have Veil, they're dead. Alright, yeah, that's why we're playing this deck. It does stuff like that. I think this deck's probably worse than the blue-green food deck, but I also think it's got way more fun lines, like that one there. Mayhem Devil's a heck of a drug. Winning die rolls, getting lucky. Let's do it. Once upon a time, there was a... Hopefully not mono red, so we got our main deck Noxious Grasp in the opener. I'm gonna make a note to myself to restart my client. Starting to get a little laggy. I'd prefer to not have a crash. I think we just take this and hope to draw a land. Turn 1 Accelerant, turn 2 Accelerant sounds great. If we draw an untapped land on 3, we can actually turn 3 Korvold. Which is pretty decent. Steam Vents, eh? Could be, Fires. I think I'm just going to sack the goose here. I don't have a food source for it anyways. I'm excited to have Tef rebounce this in a second. Grixis. Okay. Oh, that means this Noxious Grasp is dead. I think I just play this and get aggressive here. About to get Brazen Borrowed. We're about to get Brazen Borrowed. And this tournament's actually a good example of why, if your goal in Magic is to just win, you should never play a metagame deck like what we're playing. You should always play the default best deck, because there's always enough people that are like going to play things that are off the beaten path that are like, your win percentage playing the default best deck's going to be better. Like, the blue-green food deck's the best deck in the format by a significant margin, and we haven't played against it at all in this tournament, right? Like, we played against the Soul type variation we played against last round is like, it's like blue-green food adjacent, but it's not really the blue-green food deck, right? And like, I like this deck, it's fun, it's different, but like, definitely like a good showcase of why you should just play the best deck if your goal is to win. Getting the Stomping Ground there is pretty good for us. Also a good example of like, could you imagine how far behind my opponent would be if like this Korvold had been a Nissa? Like if I would have just had turn 3 Nissa, like they're like bouncing my Nissa, I'd be like, alright, keep attacking you with my 3/3s. Okay. What you got? They setting up the, oh, just a Nikki B, sure.
God, once again.
I've got the perfect card to exile to his +1. Trying to decide if he wants to like trade this for this plus a cat attack. Create a food token.
I am everything.
It's cute. I think I want to make this a 3/3, hit this down to 3, and then play the Wicked Wolf. I guess that leaves them enough loyalty to kill the Oko, though. But that's much better against something like Ritual Assault, right? I think I'd prefer to be better against Ritual Assault here.
Surely you see the humor here.
But a drop of power.
Nothing to fight. Hand super clunky here. Vraska's also this kind of metagamey card because it's good against other decks that are playing Oko a lot of the time. But like again here against a random deck, like just not very good. Bottom 4 cards, yep. You have these in exile, but like these can't block my ground pounders, which is great. They can eventually block the Faking though. So long, Noxious Grasp. Sure. Wow, their hand must be bad. So I think I just like do this, kill their Fae of Wishes.
I only pick targets that report. I won't forgive this.
Then these can kill this. I think I'm just gonna swap these.
What's mine is yours, and yours is mine.
They could Fae of Wishes for like a Kaya's Wrath, but like Ritual doesn't kill the Wicked Wolf anyway. So like the Wicked Wolf protection's down right now because I don't have food, but I think I'm okay with that. I feel like anything outside of Fae Wishes, we're in a pretty good spot. Casualty of Wars can catch them back up, especially because it'll put us behind a land and take us off a color. They topped both. That's a little scary. Yep, that's the card we're worried about.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready.
Yeah, that's really good. That's much better than Kaya's Wrath.
These fireworks.
Welcome to the feast.
So I can put Chandra to 1. I think I want to do that. Just want to like take her. I at least want to take her off the ability to kill Mayhem Devil, I think. I'd kind of like to draw a card with this.
Its pain is our gain. What a warm reception.
And then we are going to be under a real clock here. Oh, thanks. That's a pretty big punt on their part.
Try to come back for you.
So you're saying there's a chance. That's all I need is a chance, chat. All I need is a chance. That's why when people make fun of like mistakes that happen in like the constructed events or like when we're outside of Mythic on the ladder, like mistakes happen everywhere. Magic's a complicated game. There's lots of things going on board states. Like players that have the capability of doing well miss things. Like I missed a thing against the Grohl player in the first match today. A lot of things to keep track of here. Well, that's their first spell for the turn. And then next turn, I get to Korvold, sack a land, draw a card, make a food, sack the food, sack the Cauldron Familiar to Vraska. So if I get to untap with my stuff, we're going to draw a bunch of cards next turn. Sacking a land's not super exciting, but it is what it is. It's our best draw at this point. Like an oven would be pretty good. Getting to fill my hand up to full sounds super exciting, though. We got 4 Veil of Summers and 2 Negates in my sideboard that we're going to get to bring in here. They're like debating on who they want to kill here. Yeah, Oko's definitely the ideal kill shot. Well, that's the oven I asked for Christmas. I don't know that I'm sacking anything to this Vraska. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm just plussing her.
Daddy,
Yes, Declan.
are you taking me somewhere I end up working?
Maybe. Close the door, bud.
To Chuck E. Cheese.
Love you. Yeah, I think I'm just plussing her and passing.
Everyone is expendable.
Like, Korvold's already going to provide, like, a huge swath of cards. So. And I think I just wait on the oven because they're probably going to want to kill one of my creatures this turn. So I think I want to oven whatever they're killing. This is probably going to be the... What's it called? The Destroy a Land Planeswalker Artifact Creature card. If they're playing that card, it's getting cast here. Casualties of War. That's the one. Yeah. Most notably, this card punishes our mana base. Because I don't have a second black source at the moment. Hopefully they go after my blue mana. Perfect. Oh, and I get 2 foods. Oh, that's good. That's great, actually.
Don't be surprised if we meet
Because he's got 4 or more toughness. Yeah, that is how that works. And those are their 2 spells. So what do I want to do here? We're definitely attacking for 3. Do I Korvold, sack a food, draw a card, and then Cat, sack a food, draw a card? That deals some more damage. Or do I want to try and get the oven deployed before I do that? It might be right to just like Goose plus oven this turn, even though it's not resource efficient, just because like getting Korvold going next turn would be really, really good. Although getting Korvold into play ASAP demands another answer, which is great. And it's going to draw us... If I play Korvold, it's going to draw us 2 cards at a minimum. Whereas the following turn, it will draw us a lot more than that. Alright, let's attack. I think I'm actually just going to Goose plus Oven here. I should definitely leave the blue mana up. I wasn't paying attention to the auto tapper when I cast that one. Like just familiar plus oven here is like really strong. Familiar oven Mayhem Devil is like threatening to grind them out here. They've used 12 minutes off their clock. I've used 7 minutes off mine. It's been a long game, a lot of back and forth. This is a matchup that makes me happy. I ended up jamming the third king into my deck before I played today. Hopefully I just like play some crappy creatures out here. Ritual set. Yep. Do I want the cat to die to Ritual set so I can bring it back again an extra time? I almost think that I do. Alright, you got one more spell. Make it count. Lucky Clover, sure. And they're at a virtual 8 because of this food. Alright. So I'm gonna hold full control mode. We're going to play this. We're going to let this resolve. In response to its enter the battlefield trigger, I'm going to bring the cat back. And this is important because this way bringing the cat back draws us a card. And then his enter the battlefield trigger will resolve. I'll sacrifice the cat. Sure. Have your life. Another main deck Noxious Grasp, punishing us a little bit here. So turn full control off. Looking to draw another oven. Oko's not bad for later. Another oven would let us draw 2 more cards here, which would be great. No oven, unfortunately. No. They get to scry 4 times. 2 scry 2s. If I hadn't swapped these out last minute, what I swap? I swapped a Paradise Druid and a Wicked Wolf to the sideboard. I cut Paradise Druid from the 75 and then put a Wicked Wolf in the sideboard. Alright, they found one they like. So I assume Korvold is dying here. Double Fae of Wishes, that's pretty scary. They have a second Casualties of War. Man, that's vomit-inducing and greedy. Woof. Woof. I was not super worried, and then the second Casualties of War is... That's real good. Yikes. And enter the God Eternals. Okay. It's unfortunate. Oh, they killed their own firers. Yeah, that's a good line. Because now they can enter the God Eternals too this turn. Yeah, it's a super good line. This card's real bad at this point. Wow, yeah, we might lose this game. I was feeling really good till they had second casualties before. They left 2 mana up instead of playing a Fae out. Does that mean something? Like main deck Aethergust? They have main deck Negate in their Fires deck. Man. People are crazy, yo. People are crazy. We are gonna make them put us to 0 here because they are under 15 minutes in this first game. I've still got 20 plus minutes, so definitely making them end it. So I have 7 mana total at the moment. So I can go Wicked Wolf, fight your Murderous Rider, play Oko, make a food.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. I think a little merriment is in order.
I'm getting a little worried with how long this game's been that that the client might lag out on us. Thanks for giving me my Fight Wolf back. Maybe they missed the cat. They thought they were going to get to kill Oko by bouncing the wolf. That has to have been what it was, right? They have double Borrower up there. Goose and Food and Cauldron Familiar all gain us a bunch of life back, which is great. We also do just like both our main deck, like Noxious Grasp this game, and we're like still in it. That's what these fire decks have always been like super unimpressive. The fair fire decks. It's like what are they really doing in these games? It feels like they're pretty mediocre a lot of the time. Alright, so I'm gonna Mayhem Devil. I'm gonna Gilded Goose. How many things am I sacrificing this turn? So this is gonna deal 1 point to the Fae of Wishes. And like the Brazen Borrowers actually don't do anything at this point because or do they mill both my forests? Oh, that could have gone. That could have been real bad if if the auto tapper had got me. I didn't notice that they milled my forests. Let's make a food token. Wicked Wolf will finish this Fae of Wishes. If they flash in a Brazen Borrower, Cauldron Familiar sacks one of these and shoots the Brazen Borrower with the Mayhem Devil. And like I have a food to protect the Wicked Wolf, so like It feels like most of what they wanted to have happen this game happened, and it just, like, wasn't good enough. Is there a third Casualties of War in my future? Hopefully they draw, like, more copies of Fires of Invention. Just can't do anything with them. Sure, you have a Nicol Bolas. Enjoy. Like, if they shoot something, I just, like, bring Cauldron Familiar back and kill this. Like, I have two sources of food at this point. Like, sure, you want to kill Mayhem Devil? Nicol Bolas is dead. You traded your Nicol Bolas for a Mayhem Devil and a ping trigger. It's funny, I think we would have lost this game if they hadn't messed up and lost their Chandra to sacrificing that food on turn, like, 4 or whatever. The other thing is, if we manage to win this game, my opponent probably can't win the match, because they have to win 2 games in less than 12 minutes. Sure, that's their last spell in hand. They just have two Brazen Borrowers.
Surely you must be famished.
Surely you must be famished. This was an incredible match magic. It's weird. It's weird how the games are good when there's not just like Okos everywhere. Says the person playing Oko. This reminds me, so we've been playing a bunch of Pioneer, and people keep asking me like, what do I think of Pioneer? And like, I've been enjoying playing Pioneer, but I think a large part of that is because like most people aren't playing Oko and Pioneer right now, and I think people are going to realize that like Oko's the best thing to be doing in that format too. Like, playing Magic's a lot of fun when, like, you're the only person playing the good cards, right? So, like, this match has been great, and we've been, like, keeping up in spite of them having a lot of good stuff, but, like, that's only happening because, like, we have Oko and they're not playing Oko. The games where everybody's playing the good cards are a lot less stimulating than this one. I think they're playing Bone Crusher in their deck with a bunch of Lucky Clovers. They didn't attack because I just block with the cat and then get to bring it back. Was that a good draw, chat? What do we think about that one?
I think a little merriment.
Yep, I'm happy with how those lands are gonna tap. Daddy's home. Haumph. I'll shock that in because I can pay 3 and sack one of these to draw a card and gain 3 life now. My food have been upgraded to clues, chat. Yep. And those don't die to Mayhem Devil anymore. How many devils are we through? 1, 2, just 2. So there's 2 devils in 17 cards here. Okay. Remember when I said, hey, are they playing Bone Crusher Giant? The answer appears to be yes. They're not all going for my face, though, which is good for me. Only 2 are going for my face. Am I dead if they draw another giant? Shoot, I think I'm dead to another giant. That would be really unfortunate. And, like, there's only 30... They have 37 cards in their deck. I mean, they bottomed a lot, though, and they haven't shuffled. They went bottom. Okay, yeah, I think we're dead, right? Because if they... I'm at 10. I'm exactly dead to another Bonecrusher Giant because I shocked. And because I ate with the wolf. So if they hit another Bonecrusher Giant, we are exactly dead. Yeah, alright. I mentioned that they're probably playing Bonecrusher Giant too, and I should have counted to try and play around that. That was definitely bad on my part at the end there. So Vraska's pretty medium. Negate's great. Veil of Summer's great. What do I want to trim here? Is it crazy to trim Paradise Druid just so I can increase my threat density? I feel like it's not. I want to do this. Like, Wolf doesn't fight too much of their stuff. They have, like, the random adventure creatures, but I think I want Wolf just because it's hard for them to kill if I have food in play. I think I like this. In these long games, I really don't want to draw Paradise Druid late. That was a heck of a game one. Opponent has 9 minutes and 25 seconds to win 2 games. Choices, chat. Choices. Choices. So we're actually hoping to draw a third non-Fabled Passage land. So that way we can play these Fabled Passages post Mayhem Devil and get some things out of them, which would be great. You have killed the goose. Perfect. Well, I guess that one, with the goose dying, that doesn't actually let me play Devil on 3, right? So I'm actually going to play Fabled Passage here. But I'm not going to crack it. Because if I draw an untapped red source next turn, I can cast the Devil before cracking this. And if I don't draw an untapped red source, I can play another land and then play the Mayhem Devil out. Yeah, so let's just do the green source, crack this fetch. Man, they are pretty far off of casting Nicol Bolas, which is good for us. They're also missing double black at the moment for Ritual Assault, which is good for us. He says before he gets Ritual Assaulted. Fires into Nick. Fires into Ritual, sure. I think, again, we're going to run back the full control on the Fae-Cursed King, where we go Fae-Cursed King resolves in response to his trigger, bring the cat back, so we draw a card from this happening. And this will come into play, they'll lose a life, and then we'll sack the Cauldron Familiar to the King's trigger. Go. And then because we have Mayhem Devil Fabled Passage, even if they have like a Nicol Bolas shoot my Fae-Cursed King here, we could go Devil, kill that. Sure. And they're going to get to start scrying now, so the game does get a little bit harder from here. Veil of Summer is an excellent draw. I think I'm doing shocking that in, and then playing this. Man, getting your Casualties of War Veil of Summered does not sound particularly exciting. Well, And again, like, this card's a big part of what makes these Oko decks so oppressive. Because, like, game one, my opponent was very in it and probably would have won if they hadn't made the mistake with the Chandra. But, like, post-board, this card is just so good against their deck. Oh, and this is a really big mistake on their part, too. They, unless they have a negate here. They could have a negate. They had negates game one. So you should always target, like, not only do I have Cauldron Familiars in my deck that they could be milling over, but if they target themselves with the mill part, they'd get a 4/4 there. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Am I okay with the tapping like that? I never need double blue. I might need... No, that means I can't cast Oko, though, if I tap like that. Yeah, the auto tap was right. I don't need double red. I don't need double red. Do I want a cat or do I want to land? The cat gives me something to start cooking.
Choking out lies.
Choking out lies. If they go land plus casualties of war here, we could be in trouble. In a pretty okay spot otherwise. What's up, Jacob? Look, Dad's got a cat card.
A cat card?
It's a cat.
What bad cat card do?
The cat card goes meow.
Meow. What that one?
Ooh, it's a castle. See, my opponent's got a castle.
A cat castle?
The cat's gonna attack the castle, yep.
Ooh. What that, Baba?
It's a fox, yeah. Isn't he cute?
Yeah.
Look, the fox changes colors.
Wow. We change another color.
Change him another color?
Cool. Wow. I change another.
For any of you out there that are wondering why Wizards spend so much time working on cosmetics, I would like for you to submit Exhibit A as to why they spend so much time working on cosmetics. For those of you that are unfamiliar, it's pretty cool, huh?
I like that.
That's a pretty good draw.
We're gonna draw and maybe put down the car, and daddy put down the car, but maybe, tournament, today, tomorrow, in the car, and maybe daddy.
I think this is worth negating, because if I negate this Bone Crusher, they don't get to,
Wait, daddy call, baby. I'm shot at my mommy, baby, and we'll be ready.
You want barbecue chips?
Yeah.
Don't you always want barbecue chips? Always? I don't have any barbecue chips down here, dude.
It get barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips from the grocery store?
It get barbecue chips.
So, negate was their second spell for the turn, so we're just gonna get to get in situ next turn. It is the castle, yeah.
Hey, what castle have to say?
So, our opponent's definitely going to draw more gas than us at this point because they're going to scry 2 every turn, but we're still in an okay spot.
One more on that.
And, like, again, my opponent has to win this game and one more in 6 minutes. Hey, but I love you. Can you go upstairs and hang out with Mommy? That was, for people who are new to the stream, that was Jacob. He's my oldest. Jacob is 5. Like, right, Drawn from Dreams gives them a lot of card quality, but like, the cat in the oven, and like, it's a pretty real clock. We've drawn a lot of lands this game too, and like, still just like solidly in it. So now, we'll start baking whatever cat they block inside of combat. So they're still taking 2 a turn instead of 3 a turn, even with this blocker. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Oko is decent. So Oko makes a food to get the 3rd cat back. And you can see here my warning timers popped up too, so like, it's just been a really long game. So, opponent is at, a long match. Opponent's at a virtual 1 here.
Surely you must be famished.
So they have to beat the cats on board and all that other jazz. So you get 2 spells. Can you cast 2 spells that make you not dead here? I'm not sure that they do. It's like, they have Planar Cleansing? I'd say I'm not sure that they do. They could have Planar Cleansing. Planar Cleansing leaves them at 1, and then any food draw is lethal. But like, Casualties of War is not good enough here. Because even if they go, Enter the God Eternals. Yep, okay. So this is the punish for being aggressive like I was. So they're back up to 7 here. So if I would have not attacked, they'd be lower, is the TLDR. So with this as a blocker, I'm going to wait to bring this other cat back, because we could draw a Mayhem Devil or a King. I guess I could have also, like, used Oko. I could have also used Oko to, what's the word that I'm searching for? Like, make my cats a 3/3 on the previous turn. Something to think about, too. So I'm going to move to blocks and block this token. And before damage, we'll sack my thing. So they have a 1/4 that can block here, which I assume I'm going to do that among other things. Yep. I think I'm again on the wait and see plan for what we draw for the turn, because that's very lethal. We have Veil of Summer. Oh, and they just can't do anything on our turn because they have Fire's Invention. So good solid win. We had to work for it, but we got there. You know, they took 27 minutes. I took 20. So the old 50-minute round. That's good. It's been good television so far. All right, let's restart Arena before this thing lags out. These people are great. Buy their stuff. Sure. There could be merit to fetching green on one with this Fabled Passage, but if I hold on to it, I can Devil on 2 and then Devil on 3, crack the Fabled Passage to Fork Bolt. So I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to get turn 3 Nissa, and it's not going to matter. Just Oko, deal.
The brambles of truth twirl and curl, choking out lies. Surely you see the humor here.
So they could grace us for 4 here.
Environment is in order.
Wicked Wolf, yep. They just traded. Deal. It's an interesting line. I'm just gonna do this in the cat. And try and save this for post second Mayhem Devil. Comes into play untapped anyways, like I don't really lose a whole lot by not being aggressive with it.
Mine is
Oh.
and yours is mine.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing. I knew that, right? I knew that. Somewhere in my heart of hearts, I knew that. So that's the punish for sequencing the way I did. Like I said, chat, bad magic happens everywhere. I am not going to throw away my Wicked Wolf like they did. Wonder how aggressive they're gonna get here. We could see them sack a couple of foods. Oh, you know, they could have super punished me, right? Yeah, they're not familiar with Mayhem Devil, so I made a couple mistakes here, but they also made a mistake. So they definitely could have killed my Wicked Wolf in response to me sacking. They could have sacked this food, so they sacked 1 food, 2 food, and then my food. They could have dealt 3 here and like completely savaged me for that line. You know, I made a mistake by forgetting that this was going to take my thing, because that's what he does, and then they messed up in a similar way.
And put on your true shape.
Alright, I mean, if they don't have anything else here... I think I'm just on a holding pattern for the time being. Not having a Vraska or a Grasp to take this Oko off the table really sucks, though. It's like hanging out till they draw Nissa or Croesus. There's a long pause that I assume is a counting mana pause. Yep. Alright, it's going to be a crisis for 6? Yeah, 6 or 7, depending on how many foods they want to sacrifice. Hopefully they play it for 7, and then I get to kill their Oko. Because if they sack both foods, I get to sack a food to Cauldron Familiar, and then finish the Oko for 3.
So hostile to the truth.
Oh, that's vomit inducing. Alright, we're dead. It is. It's kind of unreal how much worse they made this format by banning. By banning Field of the Dead. It is like sickeningly worse. Yeah, gross. Oh. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be doing for arena content this week. I think we're gonna explore Brawl. I think I'm gonna add Brawl to my deck submission form and take some Brawl decks from people. I've seen a lot of other people tweeting that they've been enjoying Brawl. And the standard format, even when we're winning, is like kind of medium. The games are just super dry. Yeah. Pioneer's been fun exploring that. The numbers have been good for Pioneer. Actually, lost viewers changing to Arena on Thursday and Friday after playing Pioneer, which is wild. Mass manipulation. It's a heck of a mirror breaker. Cards like that create big swings are rough. I don't know if I'm supposed. It might be wrong to bring in 4 Veil of Summer here. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in some negates. But like mass manipulation's a card I just can't ever beat if it resolves on my stuff. So they have enough blue spells that I can probably cycle Veils. I can also like counter random Okoing a thing that I don't want it to Oko. I think this doesn't really do anything, right? I don't know. I could see this being a mulligan. Not every hand can have an accelerant in it, though. Was that a good draw? I think that was a good draw. So normally we talk about how you want to wait till your turn to bring the cat back in case you draw like a Mayhem Devil, but like I want to attack with my Cauldron Familiar next turn into their 2/1, so I want to bring it back now. Like the upside of drawing Mayhem Devil here is 1 extra damage, and attacking is a guaranteed extra damage, so there's no reason not to bring it back on their turn there. Getting in some early hits here is good. It means if we draw Mayhem Devil, we can punk them out with it potentially. Hopefully they cast Oko here and like try and like target my Witch's Oven to get rid of it. And then we get to Veil of Summer them and then untap and Vraska kill this.
And sovereign and free.
And like they played the Oko this turn, so this gets to draw a card. Perfect. Well, that attack is exceptionally bad. Good job reining that one in. Again, I want to attack with this, so I'm bringing it back now. Getting these chip shots in is good. See if they have a Veil of their own. They could have a Veil of their own here.
Your corpse will make a nice souvenir.
And you get a 1-mana Cryptic Command, and you get a 1-mana Cryptic Command. Everybody gets a 1-mana Cryptic Command. I'm gonna not attack with this, because if they play Anissa this turn, I want to be able to block their 3/3 and keep my Vraska around for an extra turn. Yep.
Strange and magnificent world. Behold, nature's true power.
Nature's true power. And now I'm not attacking with the cat next turn, so now I'm going to want to wait till my turn to bring it back, because I could draw something that rewards me for sacrificing the food. Wonder if we'll see him Oko the Oven here. Yeah, it's a good line.
Oh dear.
Alright, so we do this. And then we're going to do this. And then we'll sack this. Deal a damage here. I get this island. I get to bring the cat back by sacrificing this. Deal a damage here. I sack the cat to Vraska. Deal a damage to their island again.
Pain is weakness, leaving it
Okay, there's an Oko of our own for later. And then I get to Noxious Grasp this.
The land will not forsake you.
I have Vraska next turn to kill this, so I think I'm just attacking them. They could have, like, Aether Gust to punish this, I suppose. They could, like, gust her away before she kills this. Wicked Wolf is pretty punishing. I was thinking if they wanted to make this a 3/3, I would trade. But yeah, this sucks.
You're a tricksy one.
Now they get to send this into here. Am I just supposed to hit their face there? I don't know, you just like can't really race what this is doing. Huh? Hey look, it's an elk.
I'll shear the wool from your eyes and spin you clarity. Welcome to the feast.
Do I want to sack a land to my Vraska is a question I have to ask myself here. I don't think I do.
The ends justify the means.
I think we just pass, and the next turn we can get Korvold down and draw a couple cards with him before he gets elked. And I can hit, by not sacrificing a land this turn, I can hit land Noxious Grasp. I also, depending on what they have here, this might survive at 3, which can kill their Oko, which is great, because I can bring the cat back to block inside of combat. So, like, if they don't have, like, a Questing Beast or an Issa here, I can go block Cauldron Familiar Chump, and then my walkers stay how they are. Okay. Okay. I mean, like, that's not really a worry, because Korvold is going to hit the battlefield and just be the biggest thing around next turn. And we'll get to do the full control trick again. So I'm going to get to untap with both my Planeswalkers here, which is sick. They're also, like, at 10, which is sweet. So, like, Korvold's a huge flying attacker, too. He grows up real fast. Alright, there's a land. So food token, full control mode. For those wondering, I want to leave green black available here. So that way I can cast another cat, or I guess I have this. So maybe I do want to leave Blood Crypt up. Nah, I want to leave Overgrown Tomb up. You need full control mode so you can respond to your own triggers. Because otherwise the game wouldn't give me a chance to respond to this. That's why we have to full control here. We'd love to draw a Gilded Goose here, because that would give us a food to bring the cat back again, which would let us draw yet another card. Gilded Goose into Oven are like the nuts here. How about 3 lands in a row? I guess this land's a redraw, so let's not complain. Alright, well, we get next turn, maybe. Maybe. I have plenty of colors here, right? Yeah.
I see you don't share my vision.
They have Brazen Borrower. They can kill Oko. Just a goose, sure. Sure. That kills Oko, right? If they throw away a creature. Just an attack with Questing Beast is absurd for us here. I think they're supposed to kill Oko. I think they're supposed to throw their Hydra away to kill Oko. Like, leaving us a food for this Cauldron Familiar is just, like, huge.
How do you cross me?
Let's not tap my only blue source. Leaving double green up in case we draw a Wicked Wolf. Let's make a food first, then cast this. Are they dead? If they have nothing, they might be dead.
And all your cares are gone.
Yeah, if this isn't a Veil of Summer, they're dead. Because this is gonna attack, sack the cat, kill their only flying blocker, deal. Because he sacks something when he attacks, which will trigger Mayhem Devil. And that draw actually means even if they have it, they're dead here. Alright, well, you get to game 3 on the draw. That's the easy game. That's the game where we're on the play. Now we have to be on the draw against Oko. Yay, commander cards! Yay, commander cards! Speaking of Brawl, we're gonna start with Korvold and Commander. We're probably gonna start with Korvold and Brawl. He sounds great. Sounds like a good dude. The long pause where they're like trying to figure out where exactly they went wrong. Not killing Oko is where you went wrong, opponent. For you, go back later and think about it some more. Alright, on the draw, I'm going to trim one of these Veils. I'm going to bring in a Rampage. Just so I have more ways to kill turn 2 Oko. I think I'm supposed to keep this on the draw. Oh my gosh. That's a huge misclick. Oh, I'm really glad they didn't play an Oko. Woof. Are they about to negate my Witch's Oven? They're about to Mystic Dispute my Witch's Oven? Yeah, deal. I guess it's worth noting that, like, I could have veiled that if I'd have fetched correctly. Or do they not? They don't have a land? Oh, that's good. Alright, deal. We have to get, like, Tails Ended and just die? God, I would tilt out of my chair. Just slide right on out. If they make a food here, I'm gonna grasp this this goose. Not close. So, hoping to draw a blue source for Oko, or any untapped land here for Vraska. Magic. If they play an Oko or a blue spell, I'm probably just cycling these. Again, like, had these been onces, we'd be in a better spot, right? But, like, I think I have to bring these in post-board, and I don't think I have a better trim. Yep. Magic. Magic's a silly game. Okay. I think because I drew this Mayhem Devil, I'm actually going to play that so I can Veil. Like, they could have, like, another Mystic Dispute here. I want to get value out of these. Yep. We get to Vraska kill that next turn, which is super clean. Hello, honey lovely. What?
It's warmer in here than it is in the
It is.
basement.
It is warmer than the rest of the basement. Computer's a little bit of a heat box. So if they have Nissa here, they can kill this. Questing Beast is real brutal. That's unfortunate.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
They have like another counterspell. I'm gonna do this now. Could get Veiled. They didn't play things for a while, like so they could have more reactive cards in their hand. But the question is like how many Veils do they have and how many Mystic Disputes do they have? Like how exactly are they boarded is something we don't know. Yep. If we had a blue source for this Oko, we're in a pretty good spot. That is a blue source adjacent. Our health total is still relatively high. We have a Noxious Grasp for the next Planeswalker. No blocks here. Go to 13. I probably want to sandbag this next Veil for... Probably want to sandbag this next Veil for like a mass manipulation. Double Wicked Wolf's a little scary. I think I'm just doing this for now. And like, Cauldron Familiaring to keep him alive. Turning the game into being about Oko for a little bit buys us a lot of time. It's like, I don't know what's in their hand, but like our hand's like pretty decent at the moment. Like he took 3, but he's going up by 2 a turn, so like that's not a terrible exchange for us. Vomit. Have I mentioned that being an interactive deck tends to suck? Alright. Being an interactive deck means you have to hope that your interaction just lines up well into whatever it is they're doing. Which is just frequently not going to be the case.
I think a little merriment is in order.
He's got too many reactive cards and just can't get anything going here. Castle Vantress, that's terrifying. Hopefully they tap 8 and try and mass manipulation our 2 things here and we just get to 1 mana Cryptic Command them. Man, we just cannot catch a break, huh? That's so super unfortunate. We just like had one more land this game, that wouldn't have happened if either of these were a land. But alas, they are not, so that did happen. We would have been able to grasp it in response. I'm gonna grab an island here in case we draw another Oko. Alright, so like, they're empty-handed and we're not, but like, the cards in our hand kind of suck, and like, they've got a Castle of Antris in play, so we're super far behind here at this point. What's our best possible draw? Our best possible draw is probably a Korvold at this point, because Korvold will get to draw us a number of cards. Keep my Planeswalker alive. Can you draw a land, please? Oh, this format. I think we're dead. I think we're on the zero-outer. Alright, so Gilded Goose lets me live. We get 2 shots at it. And again, like, if we just, like, had a land here, we'd be able to, like, grasp this and, like, stay in this game. If we'd have had lands earlier this game. Just took us too long to get into it. Goose! Goose! Yeah, just stumbled. Stumbled a little bit too long, had too many Vraskas and Noxious Grasps against cards that didn't do anything against, so we're dead on board because of this food. Double Hydra was real brutal too. God, we'd have won this game if we'd have found a Goose. It's like not close. No. Well, you know, we went 2-2. This is the worst standard's been since I came back, which is impressive because War Standard was real bad. I don't even really care about this at this point. I don't know if they're going to be able to correct it by the time this next qualifier comes up. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. We're going to be doing a standard light week this week. I don't think maybe we'll do one day, but really just not enjoying the play patterns of this format. They're pretty bad. Pioneer's been fun. We're going to play more of that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch all of y'all around later. Everybody have a good one.